I think it's Flinders in Adelaide University, in Adelaide, it's one of the Adelaide universities anyway, has implemented a mentoring program which starts with receiving your place in law school. When they ring you up to say you've got your place, a 40 student contacts that person immediately and says, I'm your mentor, let's meet. And then they go through straight into a mentoring program from the day they start at university. And then the hope is that those ones will become the next Year 4 mentors and so on. So that's one active program I'm aware of. I know that University of New South Wales has forums and they've worked with the Tristan Jepson Foundation, and I've gone along with Murray Jetson and had some conversations there. But I don't think enough is happening in this space. One of the things I'd like to see happen, and there's been talk about it, is actually talking to all new law students about whether it was the law they really wanted to do. That would be a good start. And to have more flexibility in the university courses, so that if by Year 2 or Year 3 you're thinking this isn't for me, it's easier to cross into another faculty, taking credits with you, so that we're actually getting people consciously thinking about whether the law is their career and being able to divert elsewhere if they want to.
There's a wide variety of reasons why people are studying law. I can tell you that from personal experience, because at Notre Dame we interview every student that applies to study law with us. So one of the reasons we do that is to talk to them about why they're studying the degree and to encourage them to look at ways in which they can think now about what they're going to be doing when they finish, and to improve their prospects of having a job at the end, whether that's in the law or in something else. My study of law, right at the get-go, we talk to students about what the law is actually like. In fact, I do that at interview. But during the course, I talk about what the law is actually like, about my own experience of the law, about billable hours, about the way partnerships work, about the different structures of law firms, about the different opportunities that people have to work in the law, in government, rural, which is critically important and undersupplied, suburban, city, large, medium, small. We talk about the fact that, surprisingly, when you look at the statistics, such a large number of lawyers work in sole practitioner firms, which is not what they come in thinking. Such a large number work in government, which is not what they come in thinking. Such a large number work in the category which is undisclosed, which I think is not-for-profits, working for corporate counsel, working for charities, working for religious organisations. So we try to give them a broad range of idea of how what the potential opportunities might be, and we give them the best opportunities to develop understandings of how those practices work through our mentoring program and our internship program.
If we focus almost exclusively, as sometimes there's a tendency to do, on academic brilliance, well, that's important. It's part of it, but it's not the only thing. And as we well know, that a great lawyer is often someone who's able with their client to deal with the vicissitudes of life that are thrown at them and deal with unexpected problems. And if someone doesn't have those skills, again, it can lead to real problems on the lawyer's side as well, because they aren't able to deal with, particularly with the massive changes coming through the legal profession. We need to have the people who are better able to deal with it and prepare them and help set their expectations in a way that make them understand that change is coming. They need to be able to roll a bit with that. Not everything is within their control. And I think the university sector, is a key part of helping people prepare for what's coming.
The challenge to be work ready coming out of university is definitely one of them. And I'd say that's, and to echo some of the comments earlier, a shared responsibility. It's definitely on the universities to prepare them in a way that they're capable to adapt to the changes. Knowing and memorising knowledge isn't enough because of this. It's how you can leverage knowledge in the context of the business environment that you're in to be able to deliver a solution. And that's particularly what we're driving at the moment. Minter Ellison's focus on solution-driven approach. And I think that is probably the challenge from the university's end. From our end, the expectation is adaptability. So learning how to learn, and I think that reverse engineering the learning process rather than simply looking at memorising knowledge. It's about understanding or creating an environment so that you can empty the cup before you walk on stage and say, all right, I'm here, I've got the skills to develop and learn once I'm in the environment.
Perhaps the question that we should be asking is, moving into the future, is legal education training future lawyers, or is the primary purpose to give people an understanding of the law? Because we know that a lot of people that do an undergraduate law degree aren't necessarily doing it for the purpose of being lawyers. I didn't when I went through. I just decided to become a lawyer later. I was in forensics. That's why I did law. And we see that the admissions statistics show that.